When I first started using Canva for YouTube, one of the first things that I worked on was creating thumbnails. There's a few tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way that have made creating thumbnails better for me. And I want to pass along one or two of those tips today so that you know how to correct this mistake in your own thumbnails. Here we are. I've got a thumbnail template, so to speak. I made this template and I've already put the words on there. I've done my diagonal. I've got the YouTube logo that I want on there at the angle that I think I want it, but it's not in the right location. This thumbnail does break my 2 or 3 words at the most rule, but this is also for a live stream. So I tend to break those rules when I'm doing something for a live stream just because it is a little bit different. One of the most common mistakes that people make on thumbnails regards the picture on their thumbnails in terms of a person. I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks on how to mitigate some of the mistakes that you're making. In my uploads folder, I have a picture of Doug. And Doug is a YouTube educator that is also, I call him the king of moderators. Recently, we had a live stream conversation about Canva and YouTube, and I will leave a link for that in the description box below. But I'm in the process of actually creating the thumbnail for that live stream because at the time of filming this, that live stream hasn't happened yet. Version 1 of me would have just taken this picture of Doug, set him in the middle of the thumbnail, and called it a day. I would have thought this looked fantastic. However, as I've grown as a YouTuber and a creator, I've learned that this is not fabulous, and I'm going to fix one of the mistakes that I'm making here. Floating. This Doug's floating on the thumbnail. I'm going to bring Doug down. I'm going to bring Doug all the way down to the bottom of the thumbnail. And then I'm going to slide that YouTube logo right over, just like that. Now, version 2 of me would have thought, this is fantastic. This looks great. And if that's where you are, that's fine. I'm going to show you 2 more ways to make it better. You saw version 1, and then this is version 2. Next, we're going to go over version 3, which would include making Doug bigger. So I'm just going to take this little white circle that turns purple when I hover over it, left click, and make Doug bigger. And then I'm going to slide Doug over here so that with Doug Hewson isn't covered by the computer. There's one more thing that I need to do. The YouTube logo is not in a great place because you can't even tell that that's YouTube. So I'm going to click Doug again. I'm going to click position. There's an arrange panel and a layers panel. I'm going to move Doug below the YouTube logo. Then I'm going to grab the YouTube logo and just move that over a little bit. This would be version 3, where Doug's bigger, YouTube logo is still up there floating around in the corner. This actually looks great. I would be satisfied if this was my thumbnail. But I'm going to show you version 4. Version 4 involves putting the thumbnail on the computer. That's pretty good. I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually. And by the way, I did rotate this earlier just a little bit so that it would sort of match the angle of the computer. What if Doug had sent me a picture and part of his head was cut off like this? Now, this would not make an attractive thumbnail because part of the head's cut off. I see that a lot with arms where an arm's cut off and there's a really harsh line on the arm or on the head or on the bottom. And anywhere there's a harsh line, you want to try to match that up with the edge of the thumbnail, whether that's on the right side, left side, top, or bottom. And so let's pretend like this picture has a really harsh line at the top. I'm going to make it even bigger. We're going to make it big enough so that the edge of the head is at the top of that thumbnail. And then we're going to move Doug over a little bit Doug might be a little bit too big here. We're just going to go like that. And then guess what? I can take this and make it even a little bit bigger as well. It's covering up his name pretty good. So I might need to move this over, and I've got a lot of stuff under there. So we're going to take all that and move it over. The other thing that I can do, version 6, so to speak, is add a shadow outline. I'm going to show you how to do that, but know that something is going on with my account and the shadow outline may not look right when I do this, but I will show you what it actually looks like. Now, fingers crossed, it actually works, but I've been going on for a while with support trying to get this issue resolved, and they're still working on it. The next thing I would do is create a white outline around Doug, edit photo, and then under FX is shadows, and then there's an outline effect. Now I could do the black, which would kind of highlight around the corner of the computer, which I think is kind of a nice look, or I could even click the color and change it to white. I think that's a little too thick where it was, so we're going to go make it a little thinner at 20. When I click out of it, it may mess up. It may disappear completely. It may not even look right, or it may look exactly right. If you're using Canva for YouTube, you're going to want to check out this playlist that's on your screen right now, because there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can use Canva for your YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye.